right, you guys, welcome into this collective reading. We are going to do Let's Talk Astro. I promised you guys more so a reading about explaining what's happening from Monday, October the 20th through the 31st of October for the last 10 to 11 days of this month. All right, we're going to speak about all the asteroids and how it's all affecting the energy and how it's all changing depending on where these specific placements are in your chart. Okay, um, so on Monday, October the 20th, the moon will ingress into the sign of Libra. Technically, it ingresses from the moon in Virgo, where we are right now, into Libra on the 19th. But the 20th is the most significant. We do have Mercury conjuncting Mars that day in the sign of Scorpio. All right. There is a quincunx over to North Node in Pisces, heavy on the water energy overall, and where we are experiencing unity and conjunction, okay, in order to deal with discord that puts us back into alignment with our destiny, okay. On the 21st, the new moon takes place in Libra, all right. What's happening here overall during that specific transit? Let me just take a look really quickly. It's happening at 29 degrees of Libra, so we can just kind of read into that energy really quickly. There's a lot going on involving knowledge, okay? Humanity seeking to bridge knowledge is the energy. It says involvement in humanity's evolution of wisdom. We take our ancestors and pass to our descendants and thus co-create the following and flowering of knowledge. So you take one energy, you expand it to someone else, and then it goes to someone else and someone else, okay? It's transferable. Okay, that's what it's giving me. It's transferable. So we're going to go into the 22nd, and we're going to see Neptune retrograde into Pisces. That's heading back towards that 30th degree of Pisces. The realization of faith is typically from the 26th to the 30th degree of Pisces, having a lot to do with the realization of faith of God, okay? We also are going to see the sun step into Scorpio at the 1st degree. All right, so let's take a look at that energy really quickly. 1st to the 5th degree in Scorpio speaks about bringing in stability. So Scorpio's energy is obviously going into the depth of what is mysterious, of the unknown. All right, curious about life after death and things like that. All right, especially if it has anything to do with spirituality. We're going to see Jupiter square over to Chiron, Cancer, and Aries, both cardinal energies. It has a lot to do with the home environment, a lot to do with the house of self. And then by the 29th of the month, we see Mercury entering Sagittarius with the first quarter moon in Aquarius. So those two energies, fixed signs energies, we're obviously stepping into a fixed moon cycle by then. Starting off with Aquarius's energy, coming out of the new moon in Libra, we're looking at air energies. So the intellect, the knowledge, Pallas being in the sign of Aquarius, bringing whatever that knowledge is and continuously moving forward. That's exactly what this is. All right, spreading the knowledge and bringing it in unity with specific groups of people that you're networking with, that type of thing. Okay, let's get into the asteroids real quick. So, Ceres. All right, Ceres is, one second, what's happening here? Okay. So Ceres is retrograding in the sign of Aries, and it's happening from the 5th to the 4th degree, all right, within the time frame of the 20th through the 31st. It's bringing matters of self-care, nurturing, parenting, and agriculture to focus. So skills, loyalties, values, balancing the polarization of feminine and masculine. It's preparing for its retrograde on October the 22nd. It's heading back to the 22nd degree in the sign of Gemini. So this has all to do with soul, consciousness, the mind, that are all on values, ideals, satisfaction, release of emotions and whatever you feel, what intellectually and emotionally drives you, and or there's a focus on mental relaxation as well. All right, so we're looking at Nidosaurus. Things actually start accelerating quickly with communication, but as it starts to retrograde, you're going to have to understand what is it that you're releasing emotionally and understanding why you feel that way. Okay. So as I'm seeing it going from water energies to seeking stability here with Capricorn, I see it stepping into the element air. So understand is needing to be communicated, or whatever it is that you're